So we decided we're going to bring it to the people. So at least now the people know, and then give them the take action items and what they can do so that this ends, because it has to end. You don't have a country at this point because you don't have elections where you determine who's actually going to be making the decisions. Your sacred right to choose your representatives through your vote has been taken from you, stolen, removed, destroyed. So they are installed. These are not the people that you choose. If your guy happened to win, he's not your guy, because anybody in this system, every single one of them, they're not good people, okay? Because it's not a system that has anything good of it. Nothing from government is good. You just wanted to, his whole show's about screwing government, right? So nothing good comes from government. They love to make more laws, but they have a hard time following the existing ones and enforcing it and doing anything to hold it accountable. But this is so much bigger than the candidates that win, right? The people that are in office. It is about the propositions that get passed, the budgets that get passed, the decisions who keeps your businesses open when you have another fake propaganda political pandemic, or what happens with your churches, or what kind of curriculum is in your schools that is teaching and indoctrinating your children, or your property taxes. So those are all decisions that are affected by the election, not just the person who's been installed to destroy your life. It's all of those other things. So when people say, oh, well, I'm not political, this is not politics. This is your life. This is your community, which has been, any participation that you think you have has been removed and stolen from you. So it affects every single person, even if somebody says, I don't even vote. Doesn't matter. This affects your life too. And that's what people are not getting their arms around. I mean, and that's what's important. This is literally, this is your life. This is your country. You don't have a country. You don't have a state. You don't have a county, especially here, because you have no say in it. No say. You can't have a country. You don't have one. And if this doesn't change before November 5th, you can't get this country back. So it's not about saving America, and I've said this on this show many times and mine. You're saving your freedoms, but you're not saving the country because you don't want to save what they've created. You want to restore it as much as you can to the original idea of the republic, and you want to take it back. And you can, but you're going to have to put a little work in. And it's not just people here in Arizona. The whole country just needs to pile on because we have all those solutions, because we have all the information, right? This is the only time where you've been able to have all the stuff, all the stuff. All right, go to the next one. We actually created the People's 5-Point Plan to take back America in June of 2023. Nobody listens, okay? So I just talk to the air, blah, 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 right? So it's all on there. This is all there. And the number one thing is you have to hold these people accountable, your legislators, your administrators, all these groups, these PACs, these 501c3s. I hold them accountable, but you stop giving them the money. The only reason that they can exist is because you're supporting them financially or following them on social media. Unfollow them, right? And there's 5-point plan, but this is the main thing is you got to cut them off. You cut them off at the teat, right? How do you do that? Stop giving them the money. And if you did give money, because there's not one thing that they told you they were going to do, especially if they say the phrase election integrity, which is not a thing. That is the big lie. That is the big lie, election integrity. They made billions off of this, but yet no one has actually solved the problem because they're not there to solve the problem. To solve the problem is really easy. The problem was really easy. Again, there's two main statutes that were violated just here in Arizona. I can only imagine how many other counties that would have set aside the election that exposes the system. And then we actually, like I said, we did a much deeper dive. And nobody else knows this in the whole country? 3.5 years of people with the election integrity and the groups and the experts and all the attorneys and the court cases, and nobody used these angles? That doesn't make any sense, does it? It's because this system, the election system operation, makes a lot of people a lot of money. So why would you want to expose it? Because if you're in it, it works for you. Whether you have a podcast, a group, a 501c3, 4, all that kind of stuff, you're a candidate or you're a pundit or you're a consultant or you're a candidate, you're a politician, you don't want the system to change because you're already in it. Why would you want to expose it? Because you can't. You don't want to. Maybe you're told not to. That's another reason. I found out that the reason why a lot of my friends who used to be my TV friends, my podcast friends, who used to go on their shows a lot for the past 3 years, they don't want me on their shows anymore because they said they're afraid of me.
Yep.
I don't think it's me. I think it's not only the information, but they're supposed to be the patriots. They're supposed to be fighting for you. And they talk about elections and election fake integrity, but they don't want me on the show. And I've been on this show over the past 3 years multiple times. So who's telling them to not have me on? Okay, just back of your. I don't have any answer. No one's going to give that to me. It's okay. I just want you guys to know. All right, go to the next slide.
Well, real quick, so there's two elements out there. I've been approached a couple times when, let's say, so-called people in power have asked me to go a certain direction on my shows and my truth tour, and I said, nope, not going to do it. And then there's other people that are asked not to go in certain directions, and I think those are probably some deep state actors that are funding them to not have Michelle on their show. And it's so clear to me that I'm not even speculation, because I've been approached. The question is, do you say yes or do you say no? I said hell no, right? So I may be respected, but I'm not liked, and I'm not used as a tool. So
Right.
and I know you're exactly the same way, but
Yeah.
many people, I believe, get compromised very easily by the dollars.
Fast. Yeah, fast. And again, I know you said deep state. So yes, there is a deep state, but overall, both parties are the uniparty.
Oh yeah,
Okay. And that's what people need to
absolutely.
understand. Both parties. There is not one. Trump is a carve out, so don't include him. That's an anomaly. Just keep it to the side. Everybody else is not on your side. Because what have they
Well,
done? What have they done?
no,
Is there one person
no,
in
fully
office?
uniparty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nobody
undis
investigated 2020.
it's undisputable. If
Okay.
anything, I believe Trump is only latched on the Republican Party so he can destroy the Democrat Party, and then I believe the Republican Party, hopefully, the idea is that it would fall after that. But we, the people, need to do all the work, and we just haven't figured that part out yet.
But there's not a lot of work. Okay. This is
No,
easy.
but
Just got to do it every day. All right. So what we did,
if we do
because
any, that would be nice.
yeah, and that's what we're asking everybody to do today. Okay, do today. So even though I've been talking about this and giving specific items and calls to action, take action items since September of 2022, when we launched the Ban Your Machines one-click email campaign, which was highly successful. In 2.5 months, they had 2.8 million people click. But until other actions are done, that's a starting point. So that was good, right? That was before the 2022 election. I said, okay, well, maybe we get more people involved if I create a center, right? Because everybody loves groups and titles and centers and logos. So I made this. I said, okay, now we're calling it the Arizona and America Take Action Center. So all I'm doing is the same exact things that I've been asking everybody to participate in, exposing the information since September of 2022. But we've added some new things because as we have found out more information, now things are really efficient and effective. And keep in mind, I know that everybody wants to vote harder 2024. I know they want to register voters. I know they want to clean those voter rolls. I know that they want to go knock on doors for those candidates, sign those petitions, go listen to those candidates and politicians tell you what they're going to do when they get in, or if you reelect them at those meetings and you love it. None of that matters. None of that matters. And I did those same things last year and the year before and the year before until I understood how the election system operation works. And I no longer do those because it's a waste of time, energy, and money. But I cannot convince a lot of people here in Arizona that are the grassroots, that are the boots on the ground, to accept that. Because the level of cognitive dissonance over how the election strategies and how the election system operation works is stronger than the COVID. Because at least in COVID, you had the grassroots people, like the conservatives, that they're like, not taking that non-vaccine bioweapon, not putting on that mask. Those same people, they're knocking on doors. They can't wait to find out what candidate is going to come talk to their meeting. They can't wait to go figure out how to register more voters or to ballot harvest. All failed strategies that failed in 2020, failed in 2022, they're going to horribly fail moving forward. Because now that you're going to see the election system operation, how it really works, and you're going to say, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. No, you cannot beat this behemoth. It needs to be dismantled. And the election of November 8th in Arizona, Mayor Corruption County, needs to be set aside immediately. And it can be with the information that we've been exposing for 103 days, plus the new information that you're going to see today.